Hello friends, I'm back with the worst lighting in all of gun YouTube, and I'm also wearing my patented cheetah print bathrobe. Tonight we're going to take a look at the full-sized HK45 Tactical. This gun is big, it's really cool looking, and holds shockingly few rounds. And you know what? I love the damn thing. For a brief history of HK, the company, please see my HK45 Compact Tactical review. I think it also gives you a little bit of the history of this pistol as well. So this one is different from the Compact in that it shares the aesthetics of the P30 and the VP9 rather than the P2000. And since the Compact was adopted as the Mark 24, I don't really know why they made this gun, but I'm glad they did. So let's take a look at its features. It has Meprolite night sights. I hate Meprolite the company, but I do like their sights. They're pretty nice. By the way, my trouble with Meprolite is their customer service. It's really bad. This gun has a threaded barrel, as you probably spotted. That's lovely. It has excellent controls from the magazine release to the safety and decocker. Everything just feels very positive. Just feels right, you know? Sometimes a gun's like that. It just feels good. I've gotten really used to the paddle mag release. There's kind of no going back once you get used to that. I kind of think that's just the way every gun should be at this point. Yeah, it's pretty great. This gun has an awesome and very effective recoil buffer. It really helps. And frankly, this gun's got one of the most ergonomic grips ever devised for human hands. It fits everybody, and everybody I know who's picked it up has commented on this. I've never had anybody pick this gun up and say, you know what? That gun sucks, and I hate the way the grip feels. Everybody picks it up and goes, oh, how did they make this? It's pretty awesome. Let's take a look at the trigger very quickly, because I'm torn. I can't decide if it's really good or sort of medium. I just can't decide. So the double action is long and kind of stiff, but it's pretty smooth. The single action is a little bit mushy, but it also feels really good in its own way. And then the reset is pretty short, but I don't know, it's just kind of mushy a little bit, but more on that. What competes with this gun? I don't know, like 1911s or something. They're equally huge in a sort of useless yet overwhelmingly fun way. Maybe that FN45 tactical thing. That gun is probably a lot more practical than this one, but nowhere near as much fun to hold and shoot. I would way rather have this HK. Why did I choose this HK? Well, I also have a compact tactical, so I guess I kind of chose its other competitor in the HK line. But the compact tactical makes way more sense as a gun. It holds the same number of rounds, the trigger's slightly better, and it's way smaller. But it lacks this amazing grip. This grip is something else. You just need to feel it to understand. So let's take this thing apart. So you're gonna pull the slide back to this point. I mean, it's just like every other HK. You've seen people take these apart, or you've taken one apart yourself. And then you pull the slide off. Here's the recoil buffer. You know, for like a nylon ring, it's just floating across the spring. It's incredibly effective. I really dig it. And then it just comes apart, you know, just in exactly the way you would expect. It's got the O-ring on the barrel, which supposedly helps with accuracy. This gun is incredibly accurate, far more accurate than any human being can shoot it, so maybe there's something to that, or really every HK and most, well, and every, I'll say every Walther I've ever tried, they're just like that. They're just really accurate. So I almost kind of take it for granted that those guns are going to be really accurate. Hang on, this has gotten very slick. There we go. And then we're going to pull it back to that notch. Pin back in. Ready to go once more. So, how does it feel and how does it shoot? Well, it's amazingly comfortable. It weighs far less than a 1911, yet perhaps has less recoil thanks to that buffer system. The grip makes it point like nobody's business. For a plastic gun, the trigger is totally serviceable, though this and the P30 have much spongier triggers than the compact tactical, and I think the P2000, though it's been a while since I handled one of those. It's not so much that this trigger's bad, it's that the compact tactical has an exceptional trigger. But let's talk about why the trigger feels the way it does. I suspect that it's for safety. I think it is a safety feature of sorts. The trigger has a lot of creep, and all of that sponge makes it very forgiving. You have a long time to change your mind about pulling the trigger if you need to. And maybe that's to gear the guns towards law enforcement. I don't know. But considering how well I shoot this gun, I don't really think that the trigger hampers the experience. There's a reason that I like these HK45s so much more than the FN tactical and the like. They're just really easy to shoot, and everybody who picks them up shoots them well. But what would I change about this gun? I mean, for my purposes, taking it to the range and just enjoying it, I do wish the trigger was more like the compact tactical, a little bit more crisp. And I wish it held more rounds. 10 is not a lot for a gun that's absolutely giant. But that would come at the expense of ergonomics, because this is essentially, looks to be almost a single stack, or kind of a single stack pistol. And it wouldn't feel as awesome if the grip were wider. It would start to feel blocky like the FN45 tactical. My final thoughts: in the world of giant tactical E45s, the HKs are the coolest and most tactical-ish, I guess. God, I hate that word, tactical. What does that even mean? These are less useful than many of their competitors, but just shoot them the best. You might too. In fact, based on what I've seen watching other people shoot these, you probably will shoot this very well. These are also incredibly rugged and amazingly reliable. They'll give you years of reliable service. I've never experienced a malfunction of any variety. The ergonomics are utterly superb, and your shooting performance will likely allow you to overlook this gun's flaws. Everything with guns is a give and a take, and this gun has far more pros than the few cons that it has, but they're still worth mentioning. All the same, this is just one of those guns that you can't look at it on paper. You can't look it up on the internet and go, well, it's only got 10 rounds in it and it's huge. You have to just pick it up and shoot it to know if you'll like it. And really, I guess most guns are like that, but these far more than others in my experience. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I will talk with you soon. Good night.